welcome back everyone. Here we are through day 8. Let's say everything's sort of stabilized now. I think it's really come together on that side. Back into building tiny pieces today, but like I say, I'm encouraged that we actually got to put some, the last couple of days, been able to actually build something. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes, all my failures, how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models and having fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets or anything you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments, because like I keep saying, I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because they all provide me with nothing but the best of options. And get to make one more branch. I decided I'd save you the trouble, the time of watching me cut it out today. Actually did it ahead of time. I didn't realize it'd take that long yesterday. But I got three shrubs or whatever, and a branch, so should be fairly easy. Famous last words. But trying to think. It's had a bit of an eventful day today. Morgan, on her walk this morning, found a skunk to play with for about 10 seconds, which is about 9.5 seconds longer than she needed to. So she had a bath and has been miserable and moping all day. Let's see here. She'll eventually forgive me. I'll give her enough treats. But I think it was just a passing glance, because it wasn't. She's been sprayed much worse than that over the years. She just keeps going back. She must like that smell is all I can come up with, because she's got to know at this point that she's going to get in that. I think I'm starting to get the hang of building these things now that I'm basically done building them. Less is more with the glue is what it comes down to, I think. And this one, I believe. Nope. I can't think of anything else that's happened exciting today. I'd say that was a big part of my morning, getting her. I'd say she'll run out in the rain for hours on end, but trying to actually give her a bath, it's like you're torturing her or something. So dog logic. Go on the other side. was doing better until that part. I think we're all right. We do get to move into something actually more, I think, more interesting once I finish up this guy. Alright. Now, let's go, because it's going that way. Looks like in there. Here's this side. There, that's it. There we go. That's a good fit. No, but the picture shows it. That little notch over there. Now I finally see it. Maybe that's just where I've got it cut. Okay. And this guy. That one's a fit on those okay, there's a little divot there for that one to deal into, so I guess it goes like so. This guy just appeared level with that edge. Okay, let's, because I'm going to be able to leave this one alone. Let me grab a piece of acrylic here. Find one that's not, no, there's one I peeled, yeah. Let's actually use the B7000 for this and see if it works any better in the long run. Let's see, so both sides. Okay. Outside it goes. Like that. Yeah, a little notch there. Third. Probably too much on that one. Alright, we'll check on that later on tonight and see how that sticks. And if it didn't work out, we'll just get out the hot glue gun. Okay, now, actually, put that over here because I am about to use the hot glue gun and that's where that's at. So. Okay, and we're going to just a little table with some decorations on it, which means I get to fix another stencil pattern, whatever you want to call this. So it's been working pretty good with the putting the dots on, so I know where to glue it. Alright. They call this, what do they call this? Pleated paper. We always call it crepe paper. That. So, gun time. Healthy on that one. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should lift these. Moving stuff around, so let me. Alright. Well, I'm most likely to burn my fingers on. I just can't hold on to it. These are all nice and straight, so I'm not too worried about. I'll just be able to cut them with scissors, so that's good. And right now we need this one and these little ones. Yeah, that just needs this batch right now. So these two we'll use on our next step. So, cut them out. Okay, you're coming up next, but not now. We've got these guys. Should have left a little extra meat on this one. Hardly enough to grab onto. have anything to grab onto. Okay. Separate. Yeah, got some glue in there. And time to leave it on. Wait and see. How did this one do? Glue in about the same spot. The other end to come off, maybe. Peel it in the middle. Okay, got that one off. See if I can do it with this one now. Got some glue on the end on that one. Alright. Let's see how bad these do. Looks like it's going to come apart. Sort of the same deal. A little bit in the middle there. There it comes. This might be one of those where you could just set up the night before and let regular glue dry that you can get a little more flow control on. And now, let's see how we can do on this one. We go. I'm going to try and leave a little bit over here to grab onto. Okay. See how this one cooperates. A little glue there. Sort of same thing, getting a little stick on there, but not overcomable. Okay, excellent. Now, bring all our other pieces in here. Start off with the top, which is going to be sort of like our branches, just a couple of dabs. And I'm going to spread the glue out. And this one is actually supposed to have some, there's supposed to be some overhang on there, but evidently I cut it too close. But there's a small bit, so maybe. No, no, that's not supposed to have overhang. The next one I'm doing is supposed to have overhang. That's alright. Okay. Now, we got these guys. And these sort of rounded ones are the ones we're going to worry about. The square ones will come up next. Actually need this one too. Forgot about that. That's where we're going to use our little cray paper things. It's supposed to make the outline, make the edges on here. So that's a job for the old Gorilla Super Glue. Hope I can get little enough on there to make this work. Pieces this small, I definitely don't want the absolute minimum to anchor it down with, especially with that cray paper, because I'm sure it's going to soak up a lot. Okay, so just touch it on there. And the short one, shoot in place. Okay. And this is going to be the challenge. It's not necessary. Till there's still too much glue on there. Okay. Okay. Looks like they gave us some extra to play with there, but I'm going to try bring it all the way on. Make sure I get all the way around, get full coverage on it here. Just bring it on there. Get you done. I'll just do that. I get the right one. Yeah, play the shorter one. That once more on this one. Anchored. I think I can go all the way around. I'm honestly a little surprised this is working this well. Let's see. Yeah, we may actually get as far as I was planning on getting to go tonight. Starting up. Not on that. Not on that. Okay, well the first one went okay. The first set. Okay, it's dried already. Let's try again. There we go. That's better. Edge there. Alright. One of them had to give me trouble anyway, so let's get that out of the way. And now, these are the base for our stools, which are those. So let me grab this, and I'll do. Go like so. Let's back to the hot glue, I think. Yes. Alright, now what I'm thinking is going to be the trickiest part tonight. Don't need any more. Take our little tube. We wrap this around it. It says cut off the excess first, but I'm going to wrap it, then cut off the excess. Not a lot of. Let's get something like that going. So I don't know if super glue would. I don't know why they wouldn't use a dowel pin for this. As a matter of fact, do I have any laying around? I think I'd rather use those. Let's see, somewhere I do. course. Didn't know I'd save this much stuff. You gotta be. Oh, I had some. Let's see. Let me stop and I'll find them and I'll be right back. Okay, found a couple of possible candidates. He's a little bit skinnier than the tube. Quite a bit skinnier than the tube. So I'm going to see if it sticks to the glue first, or the tube first, and then if it doesn't, I'll move over to the wood. Let's see what happens. Sure, if I could wrap it all the way around, it would stick to itself, but I'm not sure about. This seems awful slick for that to work. Let's just put a coat on there and find out. But okay, it is going to stick to it. Cool. That's nice. Right. I was all prepared for that to not work. Let's trim the end off. We got a little log to make the foot for our table. Now I'm paranoid that this won't stick. It's a hot glue, so it's let's find out. Sort of centered and fair. Not ease you down into it. Okay, I think that'll do good enough for our purposes. This is going to be stools, and that's our little table. But got a couple more teeny tinies to make here. I'm a little bit dreading. First one. All the way in. That's max zoom here. Take one of those little half rivets. Make us a little vase with some flowers in it. So, let me actually bring this guy back in. I'm gonna do that right here. Base there, and then some down to the top. And the shakiest hands in the West, we're going to try and thread that needle into that. Oh. And then be greedy and put two of them in. Okay. That actually did work. Color me surprised. Since I'm going. See if I can get that. I got the glue on it already, so let's put you in place on here. Prop you up. And where we sort of, or not. Hold on. I see something I'm going to be able to use. Oh, let's add some screws. scraps left over from, I think this was from the catapult, not the catapult, the ballista. Sort of in the middle, sort of propping it up. Alright. And a little wobbly. Oh, I know. It's slide from one way to the other. Oh. So we got a clamping motion. If we go on here. Alright, so keep you vertical. Put this back. And now, it's supposed to make a little fruit bowl. And actually have one of them has a stem on it. So it's you know what, I'm going to go crazy and try and do it in place. Glue down. There. Okay. Now, I'll glue that. And back to the shakiest hands in the West. I've got some stick on my scissors. Let's get rid of that. This one on top. I sort of, I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Okay. Those are enough. General right vicinity. Yeah. There's enough glue on there, it's going to stick. And the stem is supposed to be on the one on top there. And get it to get a hold to the end of it. There we go. Yep. And that needle. I wouldn't want to pick up the whole thing. Okay, so we got a little stem on it. Cool. That's our table. And our stem came out. Okay. Not enough glue to move everything, so let's put glue. The stem and that one. I know there's glue down there. Alright. So I'd like to have that one not sitting on its side, but it's not seeming to want to cooperate with me. Let's see if every time I try and move it, it moves everything. And it's magnetized, so of course grab that steel wire. Okay. Just gonna leave well enough alone before I wreck it. So let me find a place to sit you where you won't fall over, maybe right up here. Nope. Okay, yep, there you go. Alright. So I think a little bit longer than I meant to take on that, but I'm still gonna put it on. Like I say, progress has been so slow on this one. I want to get a significant amount done tonight. Put our stools into our tray of tiny pieces. Set our dowel pins aside for later use. And see what time it is. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put at least another 15 or 20 minutes in here now. Let's see what we're doing next. Okay. Get to cut these guys out now. Oh, I'm still way too close. Okay. Okay. A little bit of glue on this one. Well, yeah, I'd say definitely use not the hot glue on when they're that close. And all these guys go with this stuff. They're making this like a little, they're calling it a tree stool. It's got a piece on it that I don't know where it comes from. So we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. I haven't seen it in any of my other bags of goodies. It looks like a unique piece to me. So we get to get a ladybug for later on. Another tiny door. Okay, so I start with you. We're supposed to evidently put you on here and then fold it over the top. So it's like ideal time for hot glue again. Actually, don't have to cut this one off, so I'll just do. Either end. Get that on here. Okay. The scoring will work on crepe paper or not. We'll find out here. Jenna. I thought it was supposed to conceal. Oh, wait a second, I think this must be the part I couldn't find. So we'll be able to conceal most of this. Yeah. They don't explain what this is. But I think I just realized that I had an extra part here. Okay. So I'm going to actually clean this one up a little bit on the ends. Across the back, just sort of clean that up as well, because this is going to be up against, we're going to curl this round and put it up against our final product. So, okay, finally understand what that was. Now, this guy goes on here. Supposedly a tight fit, looks like it will be. And I wonder if I can hit all four. And take that off. So I got a little bit of a angle on here. Slide that off too. Okay. Now this guy goes on here. This is one I was talking about earlier that's supposed to have excess around the edges, because that's going to be concealing the top of this. So, a couple of dots on here. Evidently, I meant 3 when I said a couple. Okay, not enough left on there. Let's try that again. Maybe 4 this time then. All right. Says this edge is beveled, but it doesn't look beveled to me. Okay, maybe it is. Oh, it looks like a square 90. But, oh, the bevel, that means, I guess they're talking about this angle here. Okay, so that's the bottom, that's what they're saying basically. Okay, so this goes on here. So back to the super glue of this, I think. Anchor it in place anyway with that. And it should have stuck. Paper. Okay, there it goes. Sorta, kinda. Okay, yeah, there went. Okay. I guess that's not meant to be. Just never. Generally, super glue goes immediately. Okay, so let's try something else. Down. Generally, you can always count on super glue to anchor it onto paper like instantly. It's usually too fast. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Real fun thing is we get to do it again on the bottom. Looks like I want to get out the markers and did I do the wrong end? No. Okay, that is the... Okay. Scared myself for a second. Okay, let's... Now this one... Gonna be... beveled. So that's gonna make it even harder. Like that. Okay. I had a small rubber band I saw lying here the other day. I probably cleaned it up. Oh, I did. There it is. Maybe too small. Yeah, that's too small. Okay. But if I just got lucky enough for it to sort of hold that shape, it'd be good. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and try the. This is gonna be tough getting that angle in just right. Okay. Excuse me there. Okay, let's just start on this end and see how we can make it go. Adjust it quick enough to. Maybe. Tack this one around the leaves. This is the bottom, so it's not going to be as visible as the top, maybe. Okay, so let's lean in, and we got Not crazy about that look there, but gotta live with it. Okay. I guess, you know, logs aren't perfectly round, but okay. And according to the instructions, I've just put this on backwards. Because it's supposed to be going that way. And this is, I think, the one piece I don't have enough extra to make another one of. Okay. I guess we'll just have to improvise when the time comes. I think it'll be leaning. Well, I can. Yeah, if I have to, I can crimp it and bend it the other way. It's hollow. Figure something out. Okay, but anyway, our ladybug lives on the top over here, evidently. So about right there. So many invisible strings of glue around here and pulling, everything's coming. Okay. Now, put you over there. Supposed to make a door here. This one, basically, be something about like right there. Actually, it looks more like something like that. This is the goal. We'll see. I think I'll go for the super glue on this one again. Pressure. Now this one, I'll do. I think I got it. Nope. Took too long to get it laying down. Okay. Plan here. On there. In place and pressure. Okay. Now, ladybug gonna stay there. So this is angled wrong now, so we'll have to improvise later on. But our door is supposed to go on below our ladybug, so let's just. So, this is a shelf. That looks way too long. I'm gonna take little bits off until it gets to looking about like it does in the picture. That seems about right. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see if I can just do size above our door. That ran out of time. And that looks terrible. Even worse after. Before it solidifies. Maybe. Okay, so I just made the executive decision we're not going to have that. It says there's supposed to be like a little shelf on there. So also get some of our little green fuzz so I can cover that little goof up. Ladybug stain. Our ladybug slid down when I was doing all that. Okay. Plenty of green fuzz on this. Cover up all the goof. Alright. Okay. So, I think I'm still not loving that, but I'm going to have to do something about that anyway. I think I may end up gluing a piece of paper here between those to sort of tighten that up. But like I say, that's probably at least tomorrow's problem. And we got our little stools, which I'm still pleased how well they turned out with that little wrap around the top. And our table appears to be got our little fruit bowl on there, flowers. So that's cool. Yep, digging it. And some extra glue. I think we'll have to stand those up somewhere, some point, I'm sure. But anyways, I think that's long enough. There was one more thing I wanted to do tonight, but I just think it's late enough already, so I'm going to call it quits. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. Whoop. Don't need to watch The Accountant. And click on the link. There's my channel up there if you want to subscribe. There's my other channel over here. Do experiments a couple times a month over there. That's what YouTube thinks you should be watching. And over here is the playlist for this whole build. See you tomorrow.